Welcome to this demonstration of the Toolkit. This is the result of a project that took place in June 2020 when we looked at how different technology solutions could help visitor attractions and experiences recover from the coronavirus crisis in Scotland. It's been created on a voluntary basis by tourism people for the tourism industry in Scotland, and it's in no way complete. We wanted to get it out there, publish it as soon as possible to help businesses recover. So you can expect further editions. This is the first edition, but we will add to this toolkit in future. What we did was we contacted key stakeholders such as Visit Scotland and ASVA, and we asked them for good case studies. We contacted those and they pointed us in the direction of different technologies. And we've summarized it all in this toolkit. This document is 164 pages long, and we don't expect anyone to read the whole document. Instead, this demonstration will show you how you can find information that's relevant to you. So let's have a look around. So this is the first page, and it gives you the 5 parts of this toolkit. There's an introduction where we give you the background and the objectives of the project. There's a section on challenges. This is where we outline some of the challenges we're facing now, such as social distancing, health and safety, etc. The next part is case studies. And in the case studies, we have lots of 27 different case studies for you to explore. You'll notice as you make your way through this document that a lot of the pages are hyperlinked. So when you hover over, you can see that the hand appears and you can click on any of these boxes to take you to that part of the document. So let's have a look at the case studies. Here's the list, and in the second column, you've got the name of the different suppliers. So you might read through and see if there's anything that interests you. If you click, for example, on the Historic Royal Palaces link, it takes you to their page. There are further links in the document. So for example, the grey underlined links are for the technology section, and any green links are for external websites or videos. We also have some images in the document, and some of them are hyperlinked to videos. So if you click on that, you'll be taken to a tour of the Tower of London. In the red panel at the bottom of each page, on the right-hand side, you have an arrow. If you click on that arrow, it takes you back to the content page where we started. So if we go back to the case studies, the third column is the type of service. So this gives you an idea of the type of service. If you want more details, you can look at the following 2 pages where we have an index where it gives you more detail which technology has been used for which case study. But you might look at this, and let's say as an example that you're an attraction and you're thinking of introducing audio guide handsets. You can look in that third column and you can see that we have the Royal Yacht Britannia as one. Further down, we've got the Beatles story as well as an audio guide handset. So you can click on the link and read more about the case study. The setup here is we've asked the attractions and the experiences to give us a bit of background on themselves, but also on the technology that they're using. It's a timeline. How long did it take you to implement this solution? Sometimes there's also a cost to give you an idea of the cost. And we've also asked them for best practices, advice, recommendations. When you are in a case study and you're reading along, you'll come across these hyperlinked words, and they'll take you to the technology section. So the grey links are for the technology section. So we have different kinds of pages there. If you click on the audio guide one, this is a general overview of audio guides, introducing you to the concept. In the red panel at the bottom of your screen, you then have any case study that's connected to this type of technology. So you can easily jump back to the case study so you can continue reading. There are also links to technology providers. So in this case, it's a company called Antenna who's providing the Beatles story with their audio guides. And you can click on that. And the setup here is very simple. It gives you an idea of what the company do, the services they provide. Sometimes it's advice or best practices. And we also include a timeline and cost. It's usually guidelines, and then you have the contact details. So you can contact the company yourself and ask for a quotation or further information. When you are reading these technology pages, you might come across words that you're not familiar with, or abbreviations, or acronyms. In that case, in the bottom left corner, you have a question mark. And if you click on that, there is a glossary at the end of the toolkit to give you a description, an explanation of the words. But let's pop back up to the content page. So that's technology solutions. The fifth and final part of the document is a summary. And in this summary, we are giving you some next steps. For example, if you're looking for grants and funding, we have a section on that. We also have some information on staff and development resources. So if you need help to develop technology or digital services. We also have a section on training and support. There's a bit about networking, different associations and organizations you might want to consider joining. And at the very end, we also have some further reading and the glossary that we looked at earlier. So that's the end of this demonstration. It's been a quick zoom around the toolkit. If you would like some more information, or if you have questions, or if you would like us to do a webinar or presentation on the toolkit to show you how it works and go into maybe more detail, you've got our contact details there for myself, Karen, and my colleagues, Gemma and Tayan. You also have our social media handles and the hashtag for this project. So thank you for listening and enjoy exploring the toolkit.